Hello and thanks for joining us on the Pendulum, coming to you live on Lagos television. I am Ajibola Ojeshola. We are back again to the realities of our time, which is insecurity, one of the major challenges facing us as a country as we speak. And because of the gravity of the insecurity problem that we are facing as a nation, people are beginning to call for the creation of state police. And of course, for us to have the creation of state police, there will be need for us to amend certain parts of our Constitution 1999 as amended. Of course, members of the National Assembly are already doing that, and some governors have also indicated their support for the creation of state police. This afternoon on the program, we'll be looking at that call for the creation of state police, the merit and the demerits of the creation of state police as well. And we have a retired police officer who is currently the Akukumauku Toad of Umbarakuma Autonomous Community of Ubalaka Umahia South Local Government Area of Abia State. His Royal Majesty Ebere Ubani will be joining us via Zoom from Abia State on the program today. Like I did say, he's also a retired police officer. So he will be sharing his experience with us as to the merits and demerits of the creation of state police, if eventually that part of our constitution is amended to absorb the creation of state police. But we'll take a very short break at this moment to bring you some of the trending news in the polity. Stay with us. You're still watching the Pendulum live on Lagos television. Once again, His Royal Majesty Ebere Ubani Akukumauku Toad of Kuma Autonomous Community, Ubalaka Umahia Local Government Area of Abia State is our guest today. Is equally a retired police officer. It's a pleasure to have you this afternoon on the program, sir.
Thank you, Chibera.
All right.
Good to have you once again.
Okay, as an elder statesman, I'm sure that you must have been following the rate of insecurity in different parts of the country, and people have started expressing their worry as to what is responsible for the rise in the level of insecurity problem that we have. As somebody who have served the Nigerian police before, what do you think is responsible for this level of insecurity in our country?
Well, going by the information available to all of us, those people who are giving us this challenge, this level of insecurity in this country and are causing it, they are not even citizens of this country. Majority of them have infiltrated our nation under the guise that they are Fulanis and the rest of them. But that's not the issue now. The issue is how do we go about it to curtail them? And this issue of calling for state police formations, for some of us, we argued that the key players who are the politicians will use it against their political opponents. But I think we've gone past that one now. The way the whole situation is. No state in the north that is safe now. The federal police is not even enough and is underfunded seriously. Going by what I saw on television, I don't know whether it's correct. Look at the governor of Enugu State recently showed, paraded what we call forest guards with good guns, and which police cannot even afford for their men. So if a lot of states are ready for that, so that if A refuses to accept it and he sees that in the other states is free of such crime, they'll be forced to embrace state policing. So we cannot die under these guys that the political heavyweights will continue to use it. No, even now, the politicians, they still make use of police to intimidate whoever they want to intimidate. So the argument does not hold water any longer. There must be state police. For instance, I know Lagos, I lived there with you for many years, and I know they are ready. And what is policing, if we may ask? We have different types of, we have the last one there, that is policing, traffic policing. We have this other people, that is pure policing. The only area where this state policing is not pronounced in some of the states that are doing it is the private policing, or what we call the gathering of intelligence. People who will not wear any uniform and they will get information from there and there, and then maybe feed it to those who are on the field to do the job. So that's the only thing that is lacking. Already there is a state police in formation, as far as I'm concerned. Let them sign it, let the National Assembly rise up to their work and allow peace to reign in this country. It's the only way out of it. Let everybody, if we discover that Lagos is safer, that's the influx where a lot of people are in Lagos. By the time you bring other places in order, definitely everybody will have to go to the state. That is the truth of the matter. In my own state, Abia, for now, our governor is doing a wonderful job here. If you see the security network, you can't believe it. So it's also safe. That is the truth of the matter. But we all hands must have to be on deck. It's not issue leaving it for the government. It's a job for everybody. Whether you are a traditional ruler or whatever name you answer, we must all put our hands together and make the nation a safer place for all of us to live. We cannot leave it in the hands of these people trying to take over whatever we are doing. It's not the best. Not the best. Let me stop there for now.
All right.
I'll give you further information about that.
Earlier while speaking, you did say that the federal police as presently constituted is ill-equipped, is underfunded. And some of our states, we know that they are barely surviving. Majority of them, or some, so to say, cannot survive without the allocation of the federal government. So when they now had more responsibility to the ones that they have presently, by wanting to funding their state police, won't we be creating another problem entirely? Because even the federal government is finding it difficult to fund the federal police.
Look, for you to make any progress, there must be peace. And for you to make peace, there must be security. There is no... See, you know how much the federal government is losing because of this insecurity left and right. Also, in all the states that are affected, they are losing a lot of economy because people cannot come to make business with you because they are not safe. No meaningful investor will come for instance, to go to Meduguri now to invest. What are you going there to invest? That is the truth. So they must. It's a risk all of us must take. We change our order. There must be a scale of preference now. And what's the scale of preference for any state government? Security must be number one. Let our security be number one. I will tell you, the federal government did not even, they don't recognize police the way they were supposed to. That is the truth. I remember during Shagari regime, it was only Shagari that remembered Nigerian police. Wanted to even make us look more sophisticated, but by the time army took over, most of the APC, you see the army people using today, was meant for the Nigerian police. They, particularly mobile forces, all the squadron had a lot of, they were ready to quell all these riots here and there and the rest of them. All these jobs we are using our national soldiers to come and do. It's not, it is because the police has been overwhelmed by the level of insecurity. These soldiers are not supposed to be on the road. But if you see also, if not for them too, maybe the whole situation would have gotten out of hand. So let the government, let any state government take it as number one priority. I've given you an instance here. Except you didn't follow Enugu State under the leadership of, I think, Mba parade. What I saw, I don't know whether you saw it, is forestry guards. If you see how well equipped they are, I don't think they will meet anybody in that bush, any bush going there to do anything. And most of these people, if you get into this country now, they go to the bush, from there they operate. So if they meet people that have a sophisticated weapon as they are, they will all run away and they know that this. How can people carrying AK-45 or other, weapons of mass destruction going to fight people that have nothing? No, it's not the best way to go. And again, another thing, in line with this state policing, let them liberalize this issue of thinking about how to license men, those who can stand the test, license them to carry firearms. Not this, I'm talking about compassion. Maybe the federal government will report the distance and know whose hand it will go in, share it to the states, take the numbers of the rifle. Those who have the power to buy, you buy. If you are coming to my place and you know I have my compassion, you have to be careful because gun is gone. But everybody is empty when you don't have anything. And when you don't have, when you go and maybe those who try to get the gun without property, police will come after you and do their constitutional duty by arresting you with an illegal, imposition of an illegal act. While those ones are parading themselves with sophisticated weapons, it's not easy to get them. So it's not an easy task, but then they have to. That is what makes leadership. When you meet other positions like this, you take drastic action on it. That's my idea about it.
All right. So if indeed we are opting for the creation of state police, how do we structure it in such a way that it is not exposed to any kind of abuse, be it from the governors or deputy governors or speakers of the state House of Assemblies, to oppress their political opponents?
I've answered you this question the other way around. Presently, as it's constituted, tell me a state governor you can say that doesn't tell their respective CP do this or that, except where you have good CPs who are not ready to take it from you, except the IT. So this issue is, there was a time, you remember now, while the governor of Kaduna State, Godsway, when he was when he was the state, he used the Nigerian police and army to undo the other party. One man, one money, they went and bulldozed his compound, his building in one of the areas there. And nothing happened. So the politicians we have here, whether you like it or not, they are the major problems we have. There's no political tolerance in this country. Everybody wants to be the president at the same time. Everybody wants to be the members of Congress at the same time. People are being, when people are defeated, this is not accept it, they say go to court. So where are we? We are only just waiting for the time bomb to explode. The only way out is the creation of this police, state policing. Because when you create it, I hope you are aware that what is called when you are being recruited, you go back to your local government, go and live with your elections.
Within your
So if you
people.
want to take bribe from them, take from them. They know you. And even in the first instance, if they recruit you wrongly, they'll go and tell the authority, this one, we know him here. He's our brother, he used to stay. Then the police authority, that state police will now go and remove that person. It's more easier to organize when you do this. You get we have a lot of retired senior officers who can, even on consultancy services, consult and tell them what to do. Employ good hands, and then they will have their respective, whichever name they will call them, whether IG or commissioner, but you are in charge in your state, depending on your experience. And then it's no longer now, it's not going to bring, because you are a politician, you go and bring somebody who doesn't know about policing and make him the head there. No, there's no way. Everybody knows his own job. Policing is different from army. That is the truth. It's different from Navy. It's different from Air Force. Even though there's one part of the security in this country most of us are neglecting, but they know security, whether they like it or not. And that's the prisons, this correctional center. You remember, they didn't have guns before. It is recently they allowed them to carry guns. They were minding a lot of criminals with ordinary battle. So they know what they are doing. But in most cases, the government forgets them to bring them back to come and show their, what they know best how to do. So a lot of people, this is not, by the time you do it now, you see, you go and bring somebody who is a soldier, come and tell him to come and do policing. No. Except it's a soldier who was in the military police. Fine, that would be all right.
All right. As we are today, Nigeria is currently under policed, and if states are allowed, to create their own policing system, would these address the problem of under policing that we currently face as a country? If states are allowed at their state levels.
Yes, the state level policing is the best because one, if you are recruiting now, for those who work in my own place, like my local government is Omaya South. So all of us in the Omaya South, we know ourselves. Maybe you will come to my own village, which is my community, which is Baraka. We know ourselves. We know how we do. We know our respective background. At times, the mistake we have made is recruitment. The process of recruiting. When at times you go and recruit people who have no good family upbringing, what are you going to expect from them? They'll end up maybe selling the arms you are going to give them. So they'll have to be very, very thorough. That's what I'm talking about. The care they will now take. The care is that everybody involved in this process, even if you need you to go and hire anybody outside to come and train there for you, that would be best. And recruit people properly. This time now traditional rulers will have to do a lot of things that anybody who will be recruited, you have to sign that he knows this person. This person, if he doesn't know him and he signs, any problem he commits, it will come back on you. He will lose his too. Because much is expected of all the traditional institutions in this country. At this site now, it's not the issue of leaving it for the politicians alone. We have our own parts to play by stating the obvious.
It appears you didn't get my question. I'll repeat myself again. My question is, Nigeria is currently under policed. If states are allowed to create their own policing system, would that address the problem of under policing in the country?
No. It is either way. If the load work Nigerian police has now is lessened by the creation of the new state policing system, then that will help them. But if it is the same thing, if we are not getting any meaningful result, the pressure will still be on the federal policing. Mark you, we are not tampering with the federal policing structure as it is today, because they will be the ones to check the excesses of the state police. They will have there must be a mechanism where the federal police can swoop on any state that misuses their power, both their whosoever that is there, they will arrest them and take them to our federal capital, then make their recommendations to the presidency or to the National Assembly, whichever way, so that they won't do it. Police, the federal police will still be the supervising institution for the running of the day-to-day affairs of the nation. It's not that they are going to watching them, but they will closely monitor them and see their activities. When they are going against the rules there, then they'll have to come in and call them to order. That's the only way out.
All right. We cannot talk about the creation of state police without referring to the quality of training that will give to our police rank and file as well as officers. Do you think there is any need for us to update our curriculum as to the quality of training that we give to our police officers and men looking at a new wave of crime that we are facing in the country?
It's not adequate enough. It's not. They are going to do a lot of work when the Constitution permits it. It all depends on the finance available to each state government. Most times now, technology is, security is technologically driven now, like mounting good cameras here and there. I think Lagos State has gone too far about that. A lot of things can be done, better things, training them on cyber crime and the rest of them. And it should be highly educated men. It's not going to recruit anybody who has nothing to do. You recruit them and pay them very well. Those who have the requisite qualifications, you come and see the job at work. Definitely, you train them and retrain them. Maybe send them outside the country where they will get the best training. Like in the police, when the police started recruiting SPU, the first SPU were trained in Israel. And you need to see these guys when they came back. Our people will always perform better when they go outside the country. And you see them, they perform better than those who are trained there. Send them, get them, train them, retrain them, particularly how to be polite. That's another aspect of policing. You don't need to abuse people because you are policing them, because we have gone. No. Go to London and see how, or America. They're answering you, sir, but they're leading you to the cell, to yourself. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. You think you are the big man, you didn't know, until you enter inside. But yeah, nobody is ready to do that. All these things are training. They have to be trained properly and stop thinking that they've become lost because they have gone. So that is the thing. Training is very, very key. Because if you are not trained, you can't be there now, Jibola. So that is the situation of things. If you are not trained, you can't be there now. It's training. It's training. And then when you are trained, it makes you do better. That's it.
Okay. Sometimes I see some of our policemen and the way and manner that they are dressed rather, is not really different from those who are in motor parks. They wear slippers, they wear polo shirts, and you cannot really place them as a police officer or as a rank and file because of their appearance. I know they are poorly paid. How do you think we can address this problem so that we will not have a repeat of what we are facing with the federal police when we have state police?
It all starts from the recruitment exercise. I've told you here. You need to bring in people that are qualified.
It's not about recruitment. If you employ me and you don't kit me, what do you expect me to do? And I'm not well paid to buy uniform with my money, which is what is happening.
Let me also correct the impression. See, if you are from a good home, that you are not well paid does not mean that you can start stealing.
Our police officers, one minute, sir. Our police officers in the United States, like you cited, or United Kingdom, are they buying uniforms themselves?
No,
Even
I'm
in
not
South Africa
encouraging
there.
buying this uniform. It's not what I'm saying. Let me tell you, this buying of uniform is new. When I joined police in the 1970s, early 70s, I was not, the issue of buying uniform was not in vogue. It was only the senior officers there that were buying. But now the junior ones, the whole thing is deteriorating on daily basis. And that is the quest for having money. That is the truth of the matter. So it didn't just start like that. It's just the most important thing is to maintain the discipline with which you are trained. And let me give you one instance. I remember when the federal government formed the road safety corps, there was one of their good PRO man who challenged the then Lagos State PRO man to almost a kind of debate, trying to, people were very happy with them. Go now, what we got that few years ago, is it what we're having today? The answer is no. They are in the society. Mark you, most of these things are product of the society. That is the truth of the matter. That is the truth, a very hard truth to believe. That most of these things are the product of the society. And you cannot work against your society. There's no way you can be a one-man squad in your society. And before you know it, they will turn back to fight you. That is it. When I came back to my own, let me give you one instance. When I came back to my own place, I thought I should cleanse my place of a lot of dreaded criminals. I tried it, and I did it. Before you know it, they came back, and the people started warning me, be careful so that they don't kill you and the rest of them. I have to leave them. That is the thing.
Okay. Because of our time,
let's not see it from only.
Because of our time, I need to quickly ask you a question as to the quest for creation of more states, and of course the judgment that was handed over to Nnamdi Kanu recently. What's your perception about what the law says about the conduct of Nnamdi Kanu, who is now cooling off at the correctional center in Sokoto State?
Nnamdi Kanu's case is a very sensitive matter, but I have to answer you in a very sensitive way too. It appears we have two judgments in this country, one for the South and one for the North. I watched on television where the bandits carrying all manner of weapons came and was discussing with the federal government, the state government, former president's house, Buhari State. They were now discussing, and they all came there in a motorcade with their guns, and nothing happened. None of them. Tell me one person from the North that has been, taken to court. And then what did Nnamdi do that demands this traumatic disease? We've agreed we are people that has been taken captive because we fought the civil war.
Are you proud of his conduct? Are you proud of his conduct, even in the court of law?
No, I'm not. I don't encourage. But I hope it's very important I should let you know this one now. I'm a 500 level student. Law, I'm reading law. I know the conduct. When you come to a court, you should have to address yourself properly. I didn't like his conduct as a person. But I'm telling you, in the first instance, he couldn't have even gone to that court. Since this is a place where people do anything and get away with it, why must our own be quite different? Yeah? Assuming since that they've been arresting other persons, bringing them to court, everybody will be happy. That's my own take.
Is Nnamdi Kanu above the law? He had representation by his lawyers, and at some point, even in the court of law, he was slapping his lawyers, asking them to shut up. If he did not believe in the rule of law, so what else was he expecting? Or you didn't see that on TV?
No, see, what I'm saying, I'm still on my feet.
Did you see that on TV? Did you see that on TV?
Because court is the last hope of the common man. His conduct wasn't fine by my own admission. But I'm saying, if they have been doing this since their day to other courts, taking these bandits, charging them to court, definitely nobody will be happy. Only him now. That is the only truth. That's what I'm saying. I'm not encouraging any.
Did he commit those crimes or not? Did he commit those crimes or not?
I don't know. I'm not the judge. I'm not the judge, but I'm sure because the way people
The
hear about
judge
this case,
read out all
I'm
the
here.
charges.
I'm
The
reading
judge
here.
read out
It
all the
is
charges
newspaper
against
here.
Nnamdi Kanu. It was on TV, act of terrorism, felony, and a host of other charges against him, which is against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And he had the opportunity to appeal.
Yes, if you had allowed lawyers, good lawyers to do the needful, I don't think he would have been convicted. That is the truth.
I think that's a fine place to stop our conversation on the pendulum this afternoon. I've been speaking with His Royal Highness Eze Ebere Ubani, Akuma Oku III of Ugbarakuma Autonomous Community, Ubalaka Umahia South local government area of Abia State on the creation of state police. Let me also remind you that he was once a police officer in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We thank you very much for your time on the show.
Thank you.
Of police officers from VIP or VVIP. I honestly believe in what I said, and I called on the IG, and I hope the Minister for Police Affairs is here. So if you have any problem of security because of the nature of your assignment, please contact the IGP and get my clearance. The Minister for Interior should liaise with IGP and the civil defense structure to replace those police officers who are on special security duties, so that you don't leave people exposed. NSA and DSS to provide further information and form themselves into a committee and review the structure. It should be effected. We face challenges here and there of kidnapping and terrorism. We need all the forces that we can utilize. I know some of our people are exposed. I understand that we have to make exceptional provision for them, and the civil defense are equally armed. And I want to know that from NSA to arm our forest guards too. Take it very seriously. Okay. Again, especially livestock reform, I think the Vice President should get the neck, first of all, to see which village or grazing reserves that can be salvaged or rehabilitated into ranches, livestock settlement. We must eliminate the possibility of conflict and turn the livestock reform into economically viable development. The opportunity is there. let's utilize it. And it is a neck. If we emphasize the constitutional requirement, we see that the land belongs to in the states. Whichever one they can salvage, convert to livestock village or others village, let us stop this, conflict area and turn it to economic opportunity and prosperity.
That's the Pendulum this week. We thank you very much for watching the show. We'll be back next week at 3 p.m. to look at another topic of discussion that is trending in the polity. I am Ajibola Ojeshola. I'll see you then.